So what's up with domain name prices? I'm going to hopefully try to explain what's going on with domain name prices, domain name renewal prices, the prices of premium domain names. So we're at GoDaddy.com right now, and if I type in Vegas.Blog, Vegas.blog, and we type it into the search, we see that Vegas.Blog is $139,999.99 to purchase, and it's also $139,000 per year to renew. So that means that it not only costs $140,000 to buy, but the next year's renewal fee is another $140,000. And so, and I'm going to explain, it's not GoDaddy that's doing this. So we're going to point the finger where the finger belongs pointed at. And we'll get to who we're going to point the finger at. But it's not GoDaddy. It seems like it's GoDaddy, but it is not GoDaddy. So you can see that the GoDaddy price here is $140,000 to purchase Vegas.Blog, Vegas.blog, and it's $140,000 per year to renew. So next year when the renewal fee comes up, you got to come up with another $140,000. And then the second and third year, you're going to need another $140,000. And to show you that it's not GoDaddy, and to prove it's not, we'll go over to 101domain.com and we'll do the same thing, Vegas.Blog. Now at 101 Domain, it's $150,000 to buy, and the renewal is $150,000 per year. So I want you to think of it similar, but it's not exactly the same as buying a new car, okay? But it's similar, but it's not the same. So when you go into the dealership, the dealer has some say on the price, but not really. Remember, when you buy a brand new car, it's always the manufacturer's suggested retail price, the MSRP. The manufacturer sets the price, not the dealer. The dealer might be able to add a small markup, okay, for dealing the vehicle, but they are not the ones that set the manufacturer's suggested retail price, okay? So I want you to think of the MSRP as set by the .blog TLD admin. So the back-end administrator for .blog domain name, they are the ones that have decided what the price is, okay? And so when we go over to the .blog, type in my.blog and click on the About. So I just scrolled down. Click on the About. And you'll see that it's about Knock Knock WHOIS There, LLC. Is a subsidiary of Automatic, the parent company of WordPress.com and Jetpack. It was created in 2015 to manage the launch and development of the .blog GTLD. Automatic has been working towards offering .blog domain names almost since its inception in 2005. Its goal is to offer bloggers across the world a great new namespace at a great price. Well, we know that that's not their intention. At $140,000 to register a domain name and $140,000 to renew, that is not a great price from the registry. That's extortion, in my opinion, right? at $150,000 for a name to buy it. And that's from the registry. So Knock Knock WHOIS There, LLC gets that money. So for example, so you go to a car dealer, and let's say the manufacturer's retail MSRP is $35,000, okay, and it's a relatively cheap car. But the dealer they're able to add an addendum, and they might sell that car for, $38,000. They'll add another $3,000. So the $35,000 is the TLD admin. It's the back end price. Okay, Knock Knock WHOIS There is the MSRP. They are the manufacturer, so to speak. Okay, and then the addendum is your dealer. So your local dealer, they'll put a little markup on it or whatever, and that's how they make a profit. They have to sell it. So it's very similar here. So Knock Knock WHOIS There, LLC, is the one that decides the .blog price, not GoDaddy, not name.com, not 101domain.com, not Dynadot, not namecheap.com, not bigrock.com, not any of them, okay? Who decides the price is the TLD admin. The admin for the back end of .blog is Knock Knock WHOIS There, LLC. And it's a subsidiary of Automatic, the parent company of WordPress.com and Jetpack. So that's who's creating the domain name extortion, in my opinion. At $140,000 to purchase Vegas.Blog, to buy it, and then $140,000 per year, every single year to renew. And so that's why you'll see that a lot of the domains that are priced that crazy, they're not purchased. The market hasn't purchased them. And the reason the market hasn't purchased them is because, obviously, look at the price. That means in the free market, we have to produce at least $140,000 or $150,000 per year off of the name just to break even. So that way, the .blog registry, Knock Knock WHOIS There, LLC, gets the markup. So let me explain it this way. So, and I'm going to estimate because I don't know for sure, but I would assume that the .blog registry, TLD admin, Knock Knock WHOIS There, they'll probably get about 100 and I don't know what they get, right? We don't know. That's not public information. See, at least on your manufacturer MSRP, your manufacturer suggested retail price, at least there is a number and it's there. So we know who's charging what in the car business. I'll tell you, it's really sad when there's more transparency in the car business than there is in the internet domain name business, okay? So we don't know specifically how much the .blog registry, Knock Knock WHOIS There, LLC gets. They don't disclose their cut off the $150,000 Vegas.Blog. Now I would have to. I'm guessing here. But I would say, their .blog is probably pulling at least $100,000, and the dealer that sells it, so they pull $100,000 off of the $150 if it's sold at 101domain.com. The other $50,000 goes to 101 Domain for selling it. Okay. And if you look at GoDaddy, it's $139,999, so $140. So if GoDaddy sells, being the dealer, if GoDaddy sells Vegas.Blog for $140,000 to buy it and $140,000 per year to renew, then GoDaddy, I believe, is getting a $40,000 markup for selling a $100,000 domain, bringing the total to $140,000 to buy it and $140,000 per year to renew if you purchase at GoDaddy. The domain is a premium domain. Vegas.blog is a premium domain. I'm not arguing that it's premium, especially for Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm not arguing that Sin City Vegas.blog is a premium name. But in the private sector, we have to produce what it costs at least just to break even. So that's why this name has not been purchased. And this is an example of what has happened to the internet. At this point, the administrators for the extension, for the TLD extension, they are the ones deciding the price. Not GoDaddy, not 101 Domain. They do not decide. They are just dealers. They add their markup, and if they get a sale, they get a sale. That's how it works. But the real money is, and the exclusivity and the real deciding factor is the TLD admin. It's the back-end admin. So I hope this clears up any type of confusion. I don't think it's personally right to charge $150,000 per year renewal fee for a domain name. I also don't feel it's right to charge $150,000 if you're the registry, okay? Or excuse me, the admin, the TLD admin. And in this case, .blog, Knock Knock WHOIS There, LLC, a subsidiary of Automatic, the parent company of WordPress.com. So that's who's behind this. Big corporations have extorted the internet. They've extorted the domain name. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. And I hope that this explains what's going on with the internet, domain name prices, and renewals. Thank you.